Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Trade the Pool live stream on this Wednesday. Now, Mitch is out. I was going to be flying solo, but no, I have Steve. He's joining me today. How you doing, Steve?
Howdy.
Excellent. Right, I'll be back with you. Get the tickets in the chat right after this. All right, let's get some screens up. How you doing, Steve? Anyway, it's been a while. It's been a good few weeks, I think, or if not a couple of months since I've spoke to you last. How you doing?
I think about a month. Yeah, it's been great to be back. I am looking forward to jumping back into trading here. Got a lot of great charts, and yeah, I'm psyched. Cool CPI.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Brilliant. Let's just take a quick look at GMA, which has been hot on the lips of everybody on the socials, and indeed myself yesterday and Mitch. We both had a look at GME yesterday. Let's see if it's calming down a bit now. Let's switch this up a bit. What we got here? Yeah. All right. So in the overnight, it's popped to the so where did we leave it yesterday? We left it in the lows. We was looking at these 45s at holding, 47s at first. It didn't. It dropped down into 36s, held this buy side liquidity pool that I've got down here, if you can see it as I move it there. And then run back up. Now, in the overnight, it was pushing up still. Pre-market popped up to my sell side liquidity pool there, and since has dropped down. Now, obviously the move up has left a number of pulls down the bottom here, of which we are in one, which is in the middle of the first benchmark. So at the minute, we've gone up to that kind of benchmark 2, that sell side liquidity, where I was able to get up out there at the highs yesterday. And then we're now pulling back. So the question is, can we hold this benchmark 2? Are we going to dip down further into the deeper buy side liquidity? Normally, if I was looking at a small cap, I'd be calling this resting kind of liquidity. The stock could just stay down here for a week, for a while before it does anything. But looking to see if GME will get second wind today, we'll need to listen out for it on the tape. But if it comes into this level in 32s, 31, starts to turn around, we'll be looking at it. If not, a pop up to this 59s would also be good. But we'll have to see how much volatility we get on it today. So we'll have a look at a few more small caps in a minute. But Steve, you got anything on your radar this morning?
I'll just really quickly on GME. There's a level I'm watching in particular. I believe that this 44.85.
Steve, sorry, man. Could you share your screen for us, please?
Oh, am I on my other window? Yeah, let me get on that. Apologies.
No worries. Okay.
I'll be there momentarily. Sorry about that.
No worries. Take your time. You're all good.
Okay, is that showing?
We'll get you up there. There you go. That's showing now. You're all good to go.
All right. So we have GME here. What I'm watching is this hourly trigger, this orange line here. I think that what we are seeing on this push up is basically it's held every momentum indicator, every moving average on the way up. This is the first real test, besides this one here, the first real test that's actually closed any major candle under it. If we can reclaim, I think it's setting up a stage for a nice pennant. I think it could do something like that, then start building constructively up. That's kind of the line in the sand for me to watch personally. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing with GME. What I'm seeing as a whole in a basket is a lot of really rate sensitive stuff, all going crazy. So stuff like copper, we have stuff like what's going on, silver, gold, precious metals like palladium, rate sensitive stuff like rocket looks amazing for a swing trade. It's one of my favorite charts in the market right now. I think actually last time I was here was around a month ago when I was playing the same range. So this is on my focus list today. Crazy weekly chart.
You've just been playing that range off the top and bottom since the last month. Yeah, nice.
It's been fun. It's been fun. So with this system, I'm using these kind of jagged lines. They indicate different support based on the time frame. So for example, this is a monthly time frame. This is a weekly time frame. So as it keeps building higher lows and just consolidating in here, I'm noticing on each of these dips, it's super constructive. And Yeah, I think it's just about ready. It's third knocking this big level here, but when it goes, 20 should be very quick.
Okay, so nice one. So you think that's going to come in today potentially? You're just keeping your eye on it for when it goes.
It's a little bit tricky to time. I thought the day was yesterday, and then it promptly dumped its 5% pump here. I think that it's probably ready. It's up 3% pre-market. It's one that I'm watching at the 15 level really closely.
Okay, cool. Give me a shout if you've got anything else that's popping up on your radar. In the meantime, I'm going to do a couple of small caps here. Just having a look at GME again. It does seem to be popping off of this level right now. I'm wondering if that's going to be any good. Like to see it close above these stair-stepping moving averages here, perhaps above 45 to get a bit of confirmation there to see if we can't get a move to the long side. In any case, what else is on the radar this morning? Get your tickets in the chat. Great, Scott. Good morning, Shane. Good morning. Yeah, I had the same yesterday, Shane. It's one of them things. Managed to drag it out for another 15 seconds on there. But yeah, if you are in and out, you just got to not get carried away and wait those extra kind of few seconds to not get impacted by that 60-second rule. But yeah, not happy when you look back and you see it. But yeah, just keep an eye on that time when you're in there. Now, EDBL is on the radar. Let's have a look at EDBL. So EDBL currently kind of running pre-market. Now, it's been out before and it's spiked before. It's history of the last two times it's kind of gone for it is a spike pre-market and then a higher spike into the live session. And the same here, a spike pre-market, then a higher spike into the session. Now, this last top to this last bottom did leave us with a sell side liquidity pool that I don't know if we've tapped into yet, or yeah. So we almost just tapped into that, a couple of cents away from the sell side liquidity here. Trying to see what we've got coming off the lows, then off the lows here, probably. Yeah, we've also done a benchmark on this. So let's see what happens at these highs. I prefer it to go a little bit deeper into this level, perhaps up to 10, the round number on EDBL, to see if we can't get anything short. But we'll keep an eye on that because we know if we can break 10, kind of 75, 10, 80 and hold above it, that could kind of rip up for more momentum once these pulls break. So we'll keep an eye on that level. Let's put a little alert up here around 9:30 just to see if it pushes up any higher on that. But keep an eye on EDBL then. TTOO was on the scanner as well. TTIO is kind of not aggressively doing its small cap thing, but it is kind of doing it. Some, in the majority of the time, the small caps can do this kind of benchmarks action in one session or in a couple of 2 or 3 sessions, But at the minute, it's hit its benchmark 1 in post-market. We're under it in pre-market. Question is, can we get up there to benchmark 2 or not, or are we looking for those sells? In order to see if we are going to stay below it, is that sell side pull here is to whether or not we can keep under this, right? If we can tap into this and we reject off it, that'll be good for a short. If not, we'll watch out to see if it breaks above, because then we could be getting up to that $7 that these small caps like to go to before they come back down and have another look at 5. And that's TTOO. DLPN also on pre-market. Now, this was just the liquidity switch on, so that's just been wrecked up there at 170 straight into the sell side pull. So I'm wondering if we might get another go at that. Sometimes when we get that switch on and it shoots up like that, it basically went to either side, buy side, sell side. So they're still valid levels. I'm not classing that as taken out just because it went higher. But so we'll leave that in there. DLPN, a possible dip buy into this kind of 130 area, or looking for shorts. So a dip buy up to the kind of from 130 to the 160s if we can get it. We'll keep an eye on if it's got any higher above it, because we've got 215, 220 there as well. Ralph, good morning. Welcome to the show. Scott, good morning. Jason as well. And justify your love of memes. And futures day trade Billionaire. I don't have to justify my love of memes. I just took it from like 43 to 79 yesterday. That's why I loved it yesterday. In general, I don't really love memes, but you know, it's a hot topic at the moment. So we're gonna keep an eye on them.
I'd say that's justification enough there, Scott. Nice
Yeah,
trade.
so.
What a ripper. Wow.
CTNT as well is on the watch. This is from yesterday. Now, looks like this play's already been done unless we get another shot at it on the open. It again acknowledged this on the switch on, then come back and then went for it as well. So I've missed this one at the moment, but if we get a look up there again, I do like it. We have got 850 to 890 sitting above there. Actually, we'll put the bogey level smack in the middle of these two, or roughly. Probably give it around half there, but it generally comes in 50% of the way between the two. But yeah, so that's CTNT as well here. So looking to see if we can get another push down for a long or another push up to short CTNT. Right, that's all I've got for the moment. Let's have a look at what else is going on here. What you guys got in the chat. So Great Scott's got MTC and CTNT. Let's have a look at MTC. Whoa. MTC. Well, that ripped yesterday. Let's have a look at where that buy side pool is from that initial start there yesterday. My charts were frozen all day yesterday. I had to put a ticket into TradingView and they sorted it out. It wasn't just me. Everybody seemed to be having that issue yesterday.
I woke up so freaked out. I thought I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was my phone, and I thought it was my computer. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't just me, but that was rough.
Yeah, it was
not the best when I don't know if you're on if you have any Fidelity accounts, but they just switched over to Schwab too. So I was putting that transfer off, like figuring out my login to get into Thinkorswim. So for 10 minutes I had no charting, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Flying blind, no fun.
Was not good. Well, it was not good. No. Right. Okay. So that's MTC. So we've got a buy side pull at 7-ish, going down to mid sixes, all the way down to 540s. Sell side up there at 1055. Morning Trader Life. How you doing? Any trades on Tesla? We'll have a look at Tesla as well. Yeah, we've been ignoring the big caps, haven't we, really, the last couple of days, given GME on the run. Let's have a quick look at the NASDAQ, and then we'll see what the market's done. So we've just had that news release, haven't we? So let's zoom in out here on the 2 hour and see what we had. Right, so for me, we tapped into the buy side pool. We've been working through a channel up to the sell side liquidity that we left hanging up here back on the 15th of April. There's another one back up here on it's the first swing down, and it just tacked into it but didn't use up all of it as like what is a very precise 18683 up there. So they are two levels that could be utilized, and you've got the all-time high sitting just above there. We're so close at the moment, and that print that's just come out on the CPI pushed the market up. And it's currently holding here. You come back the usual 50% as it does, but it's currently holding that level right now. You know, with that, there are a few deviations away from that other sell side liquidity at 8621. So we'll see if we're going to make a push for that today on the open or not. See if we can make it out there in the morning session. A quick look at Tesla. Tesla, okay, has done the news thing as well as you'd expect. Let's see what we've got. So Tesla, not looked or drawn on this in a while, but sell side liquidity right into it for Tesla. So if we break in above 183 and close in above 183, we could see increased momentum if I can draw on it. We might see increased momentum there. So we acknowledge that first touch and then pushed into it on that release news. And yeah, so see if we can get into that. If not, let's see where we come from. I'm guessing that was buy side previously, and that remains intact. No, it didn't. So we've got buy side down here from that original move up as well. Okay. So let us know what you're thinking on that one as well. What else we got here?
Kind of hate when kind of hate trying to day trade on CPI gap up days. It's like, do I want to buy these up here? I wanted them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
You know.
Yeah, so this is a difficult one to play, but yeah, you do you trade the momentum? Yeah, you're a momentum trader, or are you playing off levels?
I mean, I would consider myself. Usually, I look for confluence between. I'm level to level primarily, unless there's like big flow or anything. But I mean, for me, like I don't know, Tesla. It looks like it could either just straight shot to 85, 185, or it could, need to pull back to 176 ish, just chop around a little bit. I'm worried about a liquidity rate to the upside here. Well, let me frame the two sides where my brain's going right now. One side is that we could be seeing a liquidity grab upside in the pre-market on low volume on just the indices and everything in general. If that's the case, I would be looking for a reversal probably in the first half hour of the day. Oh, great. Now my trading view is freezing on me. But anyways, the other side is that we're just pumping and kind of I'm trying to play devil's advocate to myself because I don't like to get caught in the lull of, oh, it's a trend day. Let's, just slam calls. So that's like my devil's advocate side. It looks like we're just pumping, but I don't know. I always get antsy on these gap up days when I'm swinging calls. So I'll be de-risking it open.
Okay, no worries. Understood. Gotcha. Yeah, but yeah, that's right. You're always like, it feels like a trend. Where are we from the open? I think we're just going to be very little wick to the downside today, and that's all I look at. Is generally there's 30 or 40 kind of ticks that are below. You never normally get a big wick on trend days, and normally looking like for a very full bar at the kind of bottom or the top as we open there. So we'll see what we get on that. So Tesla, yeah, the buy side is sitting there just under there at 173.40 to me, 171. But like we say, if we're just going to pump on through, we need to break that 183 and see how far we can get on that basis. What else we've got? Trader Life, you've got EDBL, AWIN, two low floaters looking for the long story short. And you want to look at NVAX as well. And Bullseye, you're green at $800 on EDBL. Nice one. Nice one, Bullseye. Shah, good morning. How you doing? Scott, which time frames do I mostly use? And good morning, J-Dub. Mostly I like the 2 hour and the 2 minute, and then sometimes small caps I'm on the 1 minute as well. But yeah, I sometimes looking at the 10 minute to draw these levels in to just zoom out a little bit and get a couple of days worth. But if not, you'll find me on the 1, 2 or the 2, the 1 or 2 minute or the 2 hour. How about you, Steve? What's your go-to time frames?
Well, I'd be lying if I said I didn't stare at 1 minute candles. It's it's probably not the most healthy pastime, but I love it. I always frame that with a look at a 15-minute chart. That's kind of like my overview, and then on somewhere on my screen, I want one daily chart, at least daily. Sometimes 4 hours enough, but I get lost. I need some what would you say, signs on the road, so to speak, to tell me where I'm at. Otherwise, I get lost really easily.
I gotcha.
I kind of operate on different time frames. So like if I have different time frames on my screen, I can say, okay, I'm bullish on a daily chart, but maybe it's time to hop out of this day trade and get back in, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, so it's always best to have a look at what that daily candle is doing. So when I'm trading the small caps, I'm always looking at that. I've got a scanner that kind of tells me what's been up kind of the most in the last 5 days or whatever. Then I'll flick through these and say, like, have any of those had like a first red day on it where it's clear that we could then have a pop to short on that. We'll take a look at those in a minute. Trader Life, you're looking at AWIN. Let's see what I've got. I mean, I think it's already It's already shown us there at kind of what was it, 550 there by the looks of it. That's a benchmark 1 for me. Benchmark 2 sitting up there around 660, 670 to 680. So I'll keep an eye on that one. But this does look to have heavily rejected that that benchmark number 1 right now. So what we will do then is have a look and see where that benchmark is, where that buy side's going to come in. Yeah, so we're already in that buy side on AW. So what are you thinking on this then, Trader Live? You're thinking long story short from for a pop up to like 450 again? Let me know in the chat. Sell side. Give me some buy side on that. Okay. All right, so there's your buy side on that. Yeah, so I'll be listening out for that on the tape to see if we're going to get second wind on this. Else, pop to short, if that's going to remain, would be sitting up there. Yeah, it's more or less going to have to go to that benchmark, isn't it, again, in order to get some short. About 450 would be nice. Let's put a little alert on just under the 450 area there on AWIN. Future Day Trader Millionaire, you're looking, yeah, so Trader Life looking for the pop and fade up to 5. Sounds good to me. And there was one other. Who shouted out? Someone shouted out NVAX. Who was on NVAX?
Oh, jeez. What a wild chart.
Great Scott. So show us what you got on NVAX while I have a look at these levels, Steve.
Well, I've got insanity, Scott. I got a chart that's up over 100% in a week, in a day. Let me get my trading view working here. I can tell you about it though. They're they're a company that never ceases to amaze me, just in terms of how much they swing. If you just pull the chart all the way back, it's just absolute insanity. Okay, I'm in here. NVAX. I think that
we've dropped your screen out.
Oh,
just might need to edit again. Yeah.
What's happening there? How about if I do this?
Yep, there you go. You're on.
Okay. All right. I think that we are getting really, really close. So we have all this volume action here on the volume profile. It's so concentrated down here, and now we have a clear launch pad going on. I think what we're going to see, if this can build out a constructive flag here, I think we'll see a push up, up into filling this gap here. So 1680 or so. It's very highly shorted, and as you can see with highly shorted things recently, it's probably in bear's interest to get out of the way. So I think that could be pretty explosive if it does clear that. What level was that? The high of the day from yesterday's rip there.
Yeah.
So call it 15.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's have. I'm going to bring GameStop down here. What did I have to have SPWR as well? How is the SPWR looking?
Wow. So I guess they're one of the only profitable solar companies that isn't getting totally destroyed by rate cuts. Them and ARRY. I think that's the thesis there.
What levels we got on this though? Let's have a look here. We got. Let's get rid of that channel and see where we've got some resting liquidity off of the post-market lows on the day. Oh, we're going to grab that in. So SPWR, we've got 5 minutes to the open here. Yeah, deep into that. Deeper. So we touched that the first time, deep into that pull the second time. So if that's the resting liquidity of the whole move, then there's nothing for me to do on SPWR unless we start working our way out of this, and I hear it on the tape as well. So for the moment, nothing to do on SPWR. What about INOD? We're looking at INOD. Oh, it did eventually happen, didn't it? Okay, so we did get that first red day and then a pullback. There might be something still on this today. If it wants to do what it done yesterday and come right back up and have a look at 11.40. INOD could be on another short there. So we'll take a look at that. Put a little alert on 11.30s. And back to NVAX. What did I have here? Oh, whoa. Okay, so we are just going to have to pull that up. So yeah, it's above its buy side. It's not come back for him yet. I'm guessing it's going to be the benchmark that holds that if it wants to go to. I can't grab buy side. Okay, buy side down there at 11 to 10, and 1650 to 17 is the benchmark two. The bogey level we're already into, somewhere in the middle there between the two. So it's going to have to get past. It's going to have to get past 14 and a half to see any more upside for me on that one. Template sell side. Okay, yes, yeah, so up there 14 and a half. So we'll keep an eye out for that one as well. Or if we get down to 11.30s, we'll get a shout out for that one. What else we got? Could you please check out IPW? IPW.
Wow. That's a power up there.
That's on the scanner, isn't it? IPW. Oh, that's been powering up for some time now, hasn't it? Let's see.
Yeah, wow. I was impressed before I looked at pre-market. So 132 is the big level for me. That's the monthly trigger, and that's what it basically wicked up into. I think that's it's going to be the battle if it keeps going higher.
Okay, and what's that stair-stepping line again? You said it's like a support or resistance from another time frame, right?
Yeah, you know, Scott, I'll give you the secret sauce here. So this is basically, this indicator is transposing a 27-minute moving average from a 1 minute, 5 minute, 30-minute, hour, day, week, yada yada, all onto one chart on any time frame. I don't know why it
so
works.
It's a composite moving average of time frames.
Correct. Same time frame, or yeah, same moving average, different time frames.
Yeah.
So
okay,
I don't know why it works, but I've been back testing it for about 2 months now, and it's basically whenever I have a level based on, you know, one of my other systems, almost always they line up with this. So I'm lazy. I trade a lot of tickers. It's easier to have a nice indicator system, you know.
Gotcha. Yeah, mechanics can keep you on side as well sometimes, like you going absolutely crazy or going AWOL on some stocks and getting full on tilt. If you've got a mechanical one there to keep you in check, right?
Exactly. I have 3 different lines on my screen to tell me, yeah, you're probably wrong. No, I think you're wrong. Okay, you're definitely wrong. Get out.
All right, IPW for me. Well, so it's got that spike up there to 130. Just trying to see if that is it's a bit sketchy down here. Let's go with the one that's at the moving average. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to say there's a benchmark 2 touch at the top there. I won't bother drawing in the others because we've only got 30 seconds until the open. But I'm going to say there's a benchmark up there. Looks like it's pulling back for sell side liquidity as well, which we'll draw in a sec. But we are counting down to the open right now. SS Trade's asking you what it's called. Like, is it yours? Is it something they can get on TradingView, or have you coded it in yourself?
It's not mine personally. My friend is coding it and he hasn't released it yet. I can pass that on once I get it. For now it's semi-proprietary, let's call it.
Okay, gotcha. No problem. Right, let's go into this. Kicking off right now. Here we go. We're going to keep an eye on first is you do what you got to do, Steve. Give me a shout if you're feeling anything's good or you're getting into anything. At the minute, we'll see what is going on.
Absolutely. I'm watching Google pushing.
Yep.
Not in. TSM's another very strong one here, but I need it to hold 153. Maybe it's not.
EDBL pushing off the open as well, seeing if we can grab that 9 or 10 area. We've got alerts up there to keep us in check if it does. GME not working its way out of the buy side yet. I said we got one lower. Let's see if we're going to head down into these 36s on this at the minute. Bring this down. Yeah, not going to chase that down at the moment, even though I do think it's got kind of 36 written on it, but we'll give it a go. And
watching SPY initially push up here, it's ES is going to trade into 5,300 even. So that's going to be a big level to watch in 2 points here. TSM just caught. If I wasn't already long, I would be grabbing some there.
All right. Tesla now coming into its buy size. Whether or not it can fail here is reclaiming the push off the news right now. But if it can fail there, it can go lower. Looks like it's showing a 7790. Let's have a look at where its benchmark would be lower. Yeah, so it might be looking for 176-ish down here if it can crack on there now. Let's have a look at what else we got. IPW on the tape right now. There goes IPW. Oh, put that back where it was. So testing that 125 on IPW is on the tape. Can't close above right now by the looks of it. And EDBL also just out with a shout. Yeah, EDBL still continuing to push here.
Seeing some weird action. I need to check the heat map to see what sectors are doing, but it seems like SPY's pushing here into the big 5,300 level. I'm seeing liquidity being added on above for now. There's a big level here, so it might chop a bit. As long as it doesn't hard reject here, I would anticipate another 15 points up at least.
Okay, thanks, Yash. Yes, EDBL halted, as is CTNT. So both of those I was kind of looking to short, and they've been halted to the upside, but like I say, they haven't got to the areas I'm looking to short at the moment. So let's bring those down. Got CTNT halted up there. Yeah, I wouldn't mind another 75 cents on that really if I can get it. And EDBL is in the sell side, but I'd much rather push to that round number. So you never know, we might get another push off and another halt before we do turn around on that one. So that's they're both. So it's AWIN also being called out now. So a quick look at it all. Yeah, so that's working its way out of the liquidity pool here on AWIN.
Sorry, I'm a little quiet here, managing a few positions.
No,
Google's pushing here. I am watching. Okay, SPY is through the 5,300. I'm expecting some back and forth here as it chews it. But leading stocks look strong to me.
Okay, mate's got NVIDIA is breaking from its resistance area. Gotcha. NVIDIA. Yep, indeed. Let's see what's got on a bigger time frame there. Yeah, agree with that. Keep an eye on that one. Let's see where that could go off of today's pre-market. Oh, so it's into its first benchmark there. We'll see what it's got. Any higher than that, give me a shout. Okay, so I've taken a starter on AWIN, or Allwin, as my scanner is shouting. So Allwin, looking to get up here to 460 if possible. Let's have a look.
Nice trade. The TSM that I would have entered if I wasn't already in, we're up a nice 0.6%, and it looks like it wants to push higher here for me. I would be looking for the 155 handle. It could surge higher, but oh yeah, it's pushing. I don't want to get too greedy on my call here because it's a weekly. Whenever I'm up over 100%, I start feeling like I should just take the money and run.
Absolutely.
All right, what else we got going? KRE is pretty strong, up 1.5%. Rocket up 3. This is my second bullish target on SPY for what it's worth. It could definitely go further, but just in terms of an average day's move, probably close to tapped out. But trend day, CPI, we don't call tops on those.
Gotcha. All right, covered all in there into the sell side liquidity pool here. It's not to say it is over by any stretch, but you know, that's my target. So yeah, nice start there. 350. What do we got here? What time did we cover that out? 36. Whoa, hold on a minute here. Let's check this. 36.
I took 120% there. Seen a little bit of stalling on SPY. Probably nothing to worry about, but
After looking out for that, I might have done what you done, Shane. There, not keeping an eye on the time. We'll have a look. But yeah, listen, if we've got another area above this, so if we can get up to past this, close this above 5, then we could be looking at 6s here. Scotty, why does the market continue to be so strong for so long? It's election year strength or market up straight so long. So I don't strictly know the answer to that. However, yeah, election years obviously are supposed to be bullish for the market, but ultimately I had that situation where it broke out of a benchmark and then you have to double it. It, like, you know, same thing as anything else. If it breaks out of a benchmark, you kind of have to add the formula on again, and that's what it's doing at the moment. So yeah, it kind of had its top. That's where I would expect it to have come down, much like a program trade would. But yeah, it goes again, which means nothing else to do but continue with it for, you know, the same kind of zone that it would do. So there goes AWIN. A push into that sell side now. That's rapid on the tape now, being all win being shouted out in my ear. So let's see if we can close about that 5 and see if we can't get it up there to the 6 level. Glad I covered it at that level, but obviously there we go. Let's see what we can get. We don't know that it's not going to hold yet. ADBL, what's that looking like? That's looking nice.
Nice level.
That is looking nice. Halted. Are we halted on this, or are we still trading? No, halted. My bad. Right, I missed the halt. Okay.
I had to lean in.
Yeah.
So SPY's trying to catch my 5-minute trigger. 1-minute trigger here. Looks like it's going for continuation. Google strong. I saw a little bit of weakness in TSM, so I just took my money because weeklies are scary. But I am looking for re-entry on that one because I think it's a start of a major breakout. Any swing traders, definitely keep an eye on it. It's crazy fundamentals. It's been lagging semis the whole rip up, and it's also got like the China angle too, with liquidity going into that sector. So a lot of reasons to be in the stock. Gotcha.
You're covering my Mitch's sector angle today. I like it. Thought I was going to have to go through all the sector tickers there that Mitch normally does, but you got me covered. Thank you very much.
I'll do what I can. Let me know if there's anything in particular you're keeping an eye on. I have some other ways to track sectors and stuff that I'm just starting to pull into now that we've got some data on the day.
Yeah, I normally just bring like the heat map up and see what's, you know, kind of go down the 3 month, the 1 month, the 1 week,
yeah,
and yesterday, and see if the green's fading or, you know, or is getting stronger.
All right, Scott, maybe my strategy isn't as secret and proprietary as I thought. You've cracked the code. That's exactly what I do.
Just look at the colors. But yeah, it's
Google pushing here and TSM is pulling back. If TSM can hold 153, I may take another stab, but I'm keeping an eye on that. Sorry to interrupt you there.
All right, no, you're good. AWIN still being pressured at this level with bids continuously, but I'm not 100% sure they're going to hold around this 5 level. We've got to have shorts coming up here. Like, hasn't broken the pre-market high yet. Still sitting here. But yeah, they've gone quiet on the tape now on AWIN.
Battling my trading view to get in there. Yeah, I would have to imagine there are shorts coming in, right? I mean,
I think so.
It looked like something I wanted to short. There it goes. Okay.
Yep, there it is.
There it goes. Yeah.
There it is. Right, now let's see what it's got though.
Oh, Scott, don't you love it when you have two swings? You sell one right at the top, the other keeps going, the other rolls. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
All right, ADBL. Anything back on this? We're just due. How long we got on this? It was 37 and 32 past the hour. Another minute or so to go on this one. And CTNT. Wasn't expecting CTNT so far. I wanted that up there at 6, but I guess we've got a little channel going here, have we, or something like that that's doing the work for. No, it's actually broke out of that as well. All right, so sitting on hands at the moment for that. GME, what we got on GME? No, GME just waving about at the moment. I still think it's going to go for this 36. Still think it's going to go for 36. IPW on the tape. So IPW going for its benchmark there. Let's see what it's got. If it can break above there and close 140 above. See what it's got. MTC. Who called out MTC? Someone was looking at MTC. What's Tim got there? Disney. DIS. What a surprise, Tim. You've all right. Let's have a look. 1 second. I want to see this. If IPW's got in. Yeah, have a look at Disney for Tim, Steve.
Sure thing, man. Death, taxes, and Tim shorting Disney. Am I right? Every time. I love it. He nailed credit where credit is due. He absolutely nailed the earnings result. That was impressive. Wow. Daily looks bad. It's trading. Let me pull it up on this one where you guys can see, I think. All right. Daily chart. It is losing the weekly trigger here at 105. This looks like stinky down to the gap fill here. We have this big old gap here that's just trading into this. I'd buy $100 puts and not look. In fact, I may buy $100 puts. Wow. Well, I'll wait for a little pullback. Holy crap. That's insane.
You got that, Tim?
I think Tim's taking his victory lap. He knows what's going on here. And I don't blame him.
He's got that baseball cap on where he's got 2 sodas in it, 2 straws coming out while he's shorting that one.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, we have a guest on the stream. Cleo, say hi.
Hey, how you doing? Cleo, did you say?
She wants food. She's not happy.
Put her close up to the mic and tickle her so that we get that purring noise, because we got. Oh, make her roar! Make her roar!
Roaring kitty, go! All right, she's done.
Excellent.
Got to pay the cat tax. I know the internet. I know how it works. So, Spy, what we got? Is it looking a little bit heavy? A little bit.
NQ's just stagnant after that news. Doesn't want to make a decision at all. No, Tim's not touching it. He's trying shorts on CVNA and the target. Oh, I do want some of this game stop, but
Let's
put wicks in as well on the 1 minute. Right. Have we got a resume on this yet? No resume on ADBL yet. Okay, I'm guessing that's going 10 minutes then on ADBL.
Sorry about that.
CTNT is back with us. Yeah, I'm thinking that's got to be done, surely. We didn't get down low enough for me to be thinking of a long. Let's see if it can hold. Where's the VWAP on this guy? All right, let's see if it can. I'm going to be just above that. IPW on the tape again. Anyone looking at IPW? Damn, yeah, didn't catch that offer on GMA. Should have done it. Let's see what we can get on C. So we've got it up there, 540. There it is.
One to keep on your radar for a short. You can either just slam time on this and just let it cook, or just look for, whenever you want to, short something as a hedge or anything. But Snap looks so weak to me. I think that it's going back to sub 15 pretty quickly here. It's I can pull up my chart in a sec. There we go. So Snap, it's had this explosive move up to this major volume node. It's shown pretty clearly that it's not ready to push higher. It's rejecting and moving down. There was massive flow up here for June 15 puts, I believe, something like that. I think it desperately needs to come back down to $13 here. It's one of my high confidence swing short setups, although I haven't pulled the trigger on this tranche yet. Just took a scalp. And
certainly doesn't look to like 16s this morning, does it?
Yeah, I know. I looked this morning. I was hoping I would get another chance above 16, and it just nuked. It's a heavy sell off the 16 handle. Honestly, I'm just going to put an alert there. Every single time it pops back, I'll take a stab.
Damn, I missed plug. I liked plug this morning. Never mind. All right, that's back down from the kind of 375s into the 340s. There goes AW in still. Let's see what it's got right around here. Anywhere around here. I'd prefer it to spike above 7. But that is rocketing. Let's see what we've got off that pre-market. Ignoring that week. We got confluence there. Yeah, or it is right there as well at 650. We have to see whether that's going to get 7 or not. Just going to turn that tape up. IPW still on there as well. So looking at AWIN, IPW, EDBL, anything yet? Still. Oh, there you go. There you go. Crazy. Straight out of that sell side at nice. Trader Life, you get on that? You'd have had to call that at 9 almost in an instant, or have a limit up there. Did you get on it? Nice trade if you did. Let me know. Right, CTNT. No, IPW still pushing there. Is that going to push 650s, or is that going to get absorbed? No, it's no. Sorry, I'm thinking of AWIN. So IPW into its benchmark 2 here, still on the tape right now. Going to need some extra confirmation of that, so I'm going to need to wait for that and foul a sell side liquidity, as this one didn't. This one ripped right through over pre-market, post-market highs now, so becomes a bit sketchy on the short side. Was that a roar or a squeaky door?
That was a squeaky door, but we can call it a roar. And my mic's good. Get back in here, kitty. There you go. All right, yeah, SPY looking a little weak, gotta say. Considering entering short.
There's a miss on GME for me. Okay, I need to be more on the ball with this. GME should have had that momentum one. That wick there pushed me. That wick right there put me off of that. I literally wanted to short that wick.
I did just get short SPY just for a small move here.
Okay, yeah, it's pushing off. I can see they've got momentum in. That is also on the tape. Time of sales going crazy. See if it regains its. It regained fully the PPI move. Let's see it regains fully the CPI move today.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm glad I entered when I did. Already up 10% on that. You take those.
All right, AWIN smack into benchmark 2 here. We're going to get some pullback on that. It's been on the tape since we opened, pretty much. Let's see if we can hold 650 again. Didn't quite get to 7 on that. 687. Yeah, Nasdaq coming off strong now.
All right, Google's about to lose low of the day, so I will stop out of my runner from yesterday that I sold. That's okay.
All right, any other tickers you guys have got on? And don't forget, we're going to be playing You Choose and We Trade. So you can throw your tickers in and we'll see how we play one of those for you and see how we manage that trade as it comes on. We might let Steve off because he's trading his own live account. So we'll let him off of that one. He can talk us through. He can talk us through what he would do if he wants to throw out one. Absolutely, why not?
We can team play it. You can kick it to me. Whatever you want to do. I only have one open position right now, so I'm chilling.
Okay, no probs. I'm still watching AWIN on this one. Yes, all I need is the tickers in the chats, guys, and we'll take a look at what we've got on that. The one with the most votes effectively we will trade. Okay,
you know, we are seeing a little bit of a response off the 5-minute trigger for SPY. I'm just keeping it in my back pocket that we could bounce here. I'm going to put a stop at break even here.
Okay, here comes that push. AWIN on the tape now says whether or not it can, is it enough to push this 650? What do we got? 670s or not? If I ignore the benchmarks, literally, it wouldn't be shorting this whatsoever, right? It would just be a crazy short.
Man, that is some wild strength. My brain is not calibrated for small caps. I was like, no, there's no way. There's no way.
I'm not sure mine is. Mine's not necessarily calibrated for day one. I've got on my watch list all these like Tilray, Tup. What was the other ones I was looking at? All the backside. I like to let them do their thing, prove to me they've kind of finished at the top of the bell curve, and then try and catch them on their way down when they are kind of on their way down.
Gotcha. I'm looking at TSM here, by the way, is very constructive. It's something that I think is, let me pull it up on this screen. TSM on the 1 minute. Acting right. I'm going to try to get back into this one that I got out of previously for a cheaper price. Just looking for a little bit of confirmation on SPY catching here.
Oh, it looks like yes, you're doing this. You're doing a similar thing then as to what I kind of mentioned there. You're
just
picking up the backside.
I'm sorry.
Were you in, Steve? Sorry.
I grabbed a TSM 155 weekly call. I had already sold it at 160, and I just bought it back for 135. And I do have a hedge still on, so I am kind of playing strength weakness pair trade here. Chips look strong. I'm not sure if SPY's catching, but I think in theory I can catch a move down here and a move up on TSM. Might be getting greedy. We'll see.
Be interesting to know the difference between the option payout on the leverage there that you get, because it is interesting, the options. It's the first thing I ever kind of looked at actually when I was in the US. That's what got me started with all this in the first place. Nice. A long while, over 20 years ago now. Hey, so AWN has gone nuts. Like I said, I didn't really like that. That's why I'm waiting for that. So I'm always drawing in that sell side box, right? It's just sitting there at 650, 670. If I don't see rejection off that, not getting into it. So it's just ripped. I don't have it on there again. So that, again, this is what I was saying, Trader Life, about what the market's doing, what the ES or SPY is doing, is essentially, if that got recognized and failed and this got recognized and fails, then there's every chance that from where it came from up to here, there's every chance that it could do that again. So I'm kind of standing away from shorts on AWIN now. I'm guessing that's just halted as well. Yeah, halted AWIN and GME. GME halted 34. So that's got down. That's just halted down into my level. Yeah. Okay. So that's just halted down. That would have been the target. I didn't like just jumping in on this, but that would have been my target if I could have got that buy side bar up at 41.75. That would have been a very nice entry. But yeah, missed that one. We're now halted down into this level. But I'm interested on this level. Look, it's busting all buy sides now, right? How many we had on the way up with this crawl back? There was multiple on every swing. EDBL's on the tape as well. And we've busted every single one of them. So, you know, why would we not bust this one as well? Well, let's see. Where did we actually come from on this? 17. Yeah, so it would be where we come from if we do that. If not, we might get a little teaser to come out of this if we can get some volume in these 30s or low 30s.
I did see SPY catching off the 5-minute trigger while TSM was breaking out, so I took my 10% on a put there.
Nice.
For what it's worth.
It's quick, man, to get you 10% on those options, huh?
Oh yeah, I should have taken the 20 right off the bat, but hey, way she goes. Yeah, I try to shoot for 30% on scalps for weekly contracts, just because I know I'm playing with fire. I know the odds are against me if I hold these things longer than an hour, you know, unless I'm really right. So I think options are an amazing tool that most people shouldn't touch, including myself, to be honest. But here we are.
That goes with anything with leverage, though. But it does. It's like, you know, there's guys that I've worked with in the past. Like, if you're not using leverage, there's no way. I mean, who was the guy that just passed away?
Simons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
He made his fortunes on leverage, right? He just borrowed. He borrowed and borrowed the positions each time. That's how he become the biggest hedge fund manager there is. It's like, you know,
he's my stock market hero. Everybody's all about Buffett, all about, you know, whoever.
Nah, he's the mathematician, the quant that got to hired literally every right guy. Every hire he hired was the right hire.
Exactly, Scott. You get it. Yeah. You get it. Simons is a legend. Was a legend. And Renaissance.
That's a good one.
Have you ever seen the Renaissance returns compared to SPY?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I saw a chart though. Renaissance returns compared to SPY played perfectly, selling the top every time, buying the bottom every time. Renaissance still destroyed them, like exponentially. Wizards, I don't know.
That's the way. Some of these hedge funds putting in 1% and 2%. This guy was putting in like on average 60. Was it? I thought it was 60%.
Yeah, 60. Sorry, excuse my language. Insane.
Year on year, like it's not just 1 year out of the blue. It was year on year. He was putting in 60%.
Oh yeah, the GOAT, no doubt. So we are getting nice extension on TSM here. Let me pull that up for you. Got in on confirmation of these moving average stacks. Double bottomed off the 5-minute, reclaimed the 1, and I got in on that little red candle. Straight shot, easy money. Up 20%.
Nice play.
Thank you.
All right. Did we okay, so CTNT has dropped down into its buy side pull and rejected off. That was the short. I mean, it's I'm not expecting to get a great deal of volume out of this buy side pull. I'm expecting it to just absorb the price and fade on down, to be honest. So we'll see. We'll see what we get. IPW on the tape again. EDBL on the other hand. What have I got above this on EDBL?
Really quickly, just in case anybody happened to follow, I'm putting a stop at $2 or a take profit at $2 on this TSM call when it goes in the money, and my stop is under 130, which is there was a nice buy on the contract there. So I think if it goes back, they'll rebuy it at that level, and if it loses it, not worth.
Gotcha. All right. Don't forget to get your tickets in the chat. Trader Life saying is ARQT is putting in here. Let's have a quick look at ARQT. So as the price is at 10, Trader Life is saying let's look at 10.03. Are you talking time or are you talking price now? I never know you Trader Life. AWIN looks like it's rejected off the 850 level. What is that? 820 level. So where's this come from?
Wow, TSM giant volume. We caught the breakout.
That's a huge candle there.
Yeah, God candle. Love it. I should probably just take that, but I'm going to keep a tight stop from that level and watch it push. I want to see it hold 155, but man, that looks good. Just broke my bulls do not pass level, which is basically like where if it mean reverts, it usually does. And it is red candling off of there, so. It hit
yeah, are you still in with it? Or are you out now?
I'm in it. It hit 197. My target was $2. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Let's see if it retags it. Otherwise, I will take a 30% gain. That's okay too.
10.03 he's going for his. All right, 1 minute there for Trader Life on ARQT. On the long story short, what have I got here on the same ticker? Yeah, I got the benchmark sitting right there, 3 times into it, post-market, twice in pre-market. Next one's up there, bogey level obviously up there as well, about 1150. But let's see what we got on the smaller time frame. Have we got volume on this though? I seem to have lost my volume. But let's ignore the switch on and go from preview. No. Let's ignore that as well. Let's just come down here. Okay. I'd like 10 on this.
I could definitely see 10, yeah.
I'd like 10. It's whether we're going to get it or not, right? You got the time right. 10.03.
May have already collected enough buy side liquidity to move down from here now, from that last pop up.
Right, our QT. Let's see what we've got here. How far down we got to go for this?
Oh, nice candle on SPY. It's getting follow through. As long as it closes here or higher, of course. Looks like it's going for another 5,300 retest. All right, there was a little gap in the contract that I'm on. I'm just going to take 40% when it pops up, another 15 here, I think, to fill that. Probably, I don't know, maybe I let it cook. Looks like it's still strong. Cooking the 155 handle. You know, SPY's strong. I'm gonna put a stop under that swing low. That's what I'll do.
Hey Boogie Woogie, how you doing? Apple strong off the gates this morning after a little dip. All right, anything else we've got here? EDBL level to level here. AWIN.
It gapped up on my 1 minute chart. You don't see that very often on SPY.
No, not intercession for sure, no.
All right, I guess that's buy pressure.
So we are currently 73. That's a shame. We're like 80 cents off of like literally a huge double move on that one. From 280 up there to 9s.
There we go, TSM. Come to Papa. We are letting it cook. Stop under that last swing and let's rock and roll. we still got room, baby. We still got a couple of bucks in the tank if it wants it. Spike and catch.
Right, let's see what it's got. Looks like is that Scott's in the money on Tesla? Well done, Scott. Nice one. There you go. There's money bag for you. Take it away. I'll have a look at that myself out of interest.
Wow, VST is going.
Woo! Yeah. So I've got that Tesla level 2 level there, although it was a wide one, but yeah, in there, some rejection and back down to the buy side pull. And did that play a little bit further than the benchmark? Yeah, a little bit. It went a little bit further. It's in between, so kind of bogey level on Tesla there. Wonder if it can get down to 171 here. That'd be the bottom of the pull if it can get down there. All right, let's see what else we've got. Don't remember, throw the tickers in the chat if you've got something you want us to trade. Put it in the chat and we will take a look. Yeah, she was putting something. What you were putting a few tickers in there on the backside. I think you were talking backside tickers there.
All right, I got filled on my TSM, but I think it still goes. If anybody's still in, print for me.
It looks good. It looks good.
Keep an eye on REITs today. They're up 2.5%. Okay, that's unusual, but it's not, because cool CPI slam into like rate front run plays, right? I think that makes sense.
What's
yeah, nice
they got? What's their RVOL today then? If it's up to, if that's I'm trying to look at them on the, see if they're on the RVOL. All right, yeah, Mullen down.
All right. TSM is still going, it looks like. But what can you do? What I can do is roll up, and I may do... Oh, they're cheap. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Treat yourself, you know?
What you doing?
I rolled up into a 160 for TSM.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so, you know, I made 200 bucks on 2 roll-ups so far. I'll spend 50 bucks on a lotto ticket. I think it could hit.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I like to partition my trades. Like, all right, I locked in the money. Now let's have some fun, you know? That's what we're here for.
Exactly. Hey, our QT Trader Life is rejecting that 964, 950 area and already in the money, hey? Scott C out of Tesla. Well done, congrats. You know I did Trader Life, you know I did. CTNT, so it doesn't seem to be anything coming off the dips this morning like there was yesterday. They're all either continuing or they're shorts this morning off of the higher levels. Oh, why is AWIN on the table? I thought that was done. Is that just a little pop or is that coming off the benchmark? Okay, so that's coming off the benchmark, but that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for it to come off the open and down. Like, I mean, this was like straight away. That was it there, right there. So I took the first one, but could have held that for from $4 to $9.50. Look.
Oh, and there's the top for TSM. Looks like
Nice timing, I say.
You know, I rolled up.
You rolled up, so you're down.
I'm down $10. I will sleep. I will fall asleep okay tonight, I think.
Trade Life took 50 cents and it's back in close to 8. Well, you'll get back in close to 820. Gotcha.
When you have a sec, I'm curious on where you would look to buy the dip on FCX, because copper is insane, but it's having a big red day.
Let's have a look.
I think it's just back testing the breakout.
Let's have a look on FCX. So just to see if it does what it does previously. Okay, so all 3 levels on that one. Just the first touch on that one. Missed this one, so we'll take it up. About 51, Steve, ish, 51 and a half.
Okay. 51 and a half.
$50 and a half range down there. Whatever
like
one
it.
gives us the rejection.
I like it. So kind of trading into, let's see, Tuesday to Thursday's kind of dip and reclaim there. Looks like a good level. There's also a big volume shelf there at 51.20. I think that might be my spot.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, I'm a big copper bull here. In fact, I have a sneaking suspicion that I don't know. Copper broke all-time highs, I think, recently. I think that the run-up to CPI may have had something to do with savvy traders seeing that, because copper is usually a leading indicator for the market as a whole, but tech and commodities. So
gotcha.
Really good thing to watch out.
So what you say? So that's on that basis, then would have taken the whole run that the semis have done.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I'm saying, so what, in that respect, it would have taken the same run that the semis have done, right?
In terms of just going crazy.
In terms of being, like a supply for those bulls.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, brain fart. I forgot what I just said. Yes, absolutely. I love when I can't connect what I gotta love ADD. Yeah, no, well said. TSM holding up, I gotta say. I don't think it's done yet. I think it just needs to chop around. So it might be something worth hunting a premium for a 155 call around $1 if they deflate a little more. If TSM trades down $1 in the next hour, I think they should hit $1, and then I might take a third stab. Although seeing rejection on SPY right now.
IPW on the tape again. Let's have a look. Try another one in. I've missed so much this morning. Let's go ARQT. Possibility of a momentum play. 940. Got 870, 895. So we get another rejection off of for that buy side, and the sell side is going to be sitting just up there about 9.5. Is it? Yeah.
Weeble crashing too. Nvidia looks like it's pushing to me. Chips are probably the place to be today.
Yeah, I've turned my Nvidia tape filter right up to the highest notch. Let's bring it down a tad. Let's see if I get any speed on the tape on Nvidia. IPW is still coming in though.
I was brave, I'd short this, but I don't think I'm brave. Yeah, I don't think I'm brave. This goes higher.
What's that? The copper?
Just the market in general. I'm just watching SPY.
Oh, SPY. Okay.
I was thinking it looked a little rejecty, but I am ambivalent. We'll watch.
All right, now IPW, like just a couple of cents shy of the low there. Oh, it didn't like that. And the sell side to get past for a short would be 135. 135 here for the short on IPW. Check that it doesn't push through. Right, you need that rejection off this level. Further pushing would be nice into 135 and then push off 137. Right, here comes that push. Right, let's see if we can catch this into anything 950 wise. There goes the alert.
We have a little bit more data today, right? I think we have, let me check. I think we have retail.
Yeah, there was something. Did the retail? Yeah, I think actually there is retail today, isn't there? I didn't know whether that come out at the same time. Yeah.
I got a squint here. Let's see.
All right, let's see what we've got here. Yeah, Meta Apple is looking super strong this morning. All right, don't forget, get them tickets in the chat, guys. If you want us to trade something for you, we can do it. We're running out of time. Get the tickets in the chat. $35.30 on.
Oh. Oops.
WIN still on the push, it seems.
SPY seems to be coiling for more, doesn't it?
EDBO on the tape as well. Right, let's switch from these. Let's have a quick flick through what we've got on. Right, ARQT 950. Right to the top of that level.
Oh, I missed my fill. Frustrated. Oh. All right. Let's see if it comes back a little and gives me a fill. I was hoping to go long.
So AWIN didn't quite get to the sell level I was looking for here. Quick jump through here. So ideally, I would like another push up there to the late 80s, late 8s or the 9s. I'm having trouble drawing on TradingView as well today. Putting a lot up there, 850. Quick look back at GME. Futures day trade billionaire, what time frame do you guys use? If I'm shorting these small caps, I'm on definitely a 1 minute. I'm usually on a 2 minute on kind of anything else. Like if I'm looking for the entry on the 2 minute, a little similar to what Steve was saying as well. To keep me out of trouble, sometimes I use actually just save me looking at every single candle. I coded what I like to see into these areas. So if I'm looking to catch this ticker on AWIN, normally I would be looking at these little indicators down here that tell me to buy here or here or here, and that's about it. That's what I look for on the 1 minute or the 2 minute. Sometimes the 3 minute, it depends how quick the market's moving, but that's kind of what I look for from a mechanical perspective. Can't always clearly see it when it's doing what you're doing when I'm too busy drawing rectangles and boxes on my charts. Yeah, I just say bigger analysis on the 2 minute 2 hour for me, then drop down to the 10 minute, and then I'm on the 1, 2, 3 depending on the speed of the market. Let's get this
for me, very similar. I just go all the way out to the weekly if I'm swing trading. If I'm day trading, look back a day, probably a couple days, week maybe. But operating entries I try to pinpoint pretty closely. So I'll usually use a 1 minute for that, and then I'll switch to a 5-minute chart to monitor it so I don't go crazy. but I like going crazy sometimes. Sometimes you got to watch all the little moves. I definitely think you overall miss out on more money by getting shaken out of small moves. So.
Yeah, I agree. I'm renowned for that, man. I'm because it's like I respect the small caps. Like I know most of them are pretty. If you look at the balance sheet, they're not good. So I don't have respect for them in that respect. But I have respect for them in terms of they can turn on a dime and just run 200, 300, 400% in the session. So I do. I trade scared of these on day one at least.
So for me, when I'm trading mega caps or most of the market, you ride the bull, you pet the bear, right? You hold on to those calls, you hold on to your longs, and you in and out surgically on shorts with small caps. Honestly, sometimes I ride the bear, but then of course you get squeezed. So mostly just why I don't play much small caps, but they're so much fun. So might be time. SPY looks really strong. I'm impressed. It's just cooking this 5,300.
Oh, sorry, my man. Go say it again.
I was just saying we're cooking that 5,300 level on ES, and it doesn't look weak. Having a hard time getting bearish, but I guess it could be rejecting here. Could be a little double top.
Yeah, Nasdaq doing something similar here at 533s. I've just taken a position on ADBL. Now, a quick look. I wouldn't normally long this, but it's given me. I've done this. I'm getting more used to longing these. Obviously, I prefer to short these small cap stocks, but we rejected within this big liquidity pool down here. Now I know we've still got 522s, and this might be a bit of a tease, but when it come off of that level at 547 and pushed up to 595, and then come back and held. And then I'm hearing it on the tape is like, okay, this could have some way back on it. Now, it's not necessarily going to be all the way back up. I think the first one I'll draw in is from this pullback here. And see if we can't get past 640, 650, something like that. If not, we are looking for the whole swing target. If we can power through that on the tape, we'll listen out for it. Could get back up there to 750s or 8s. So let's see. Else, it obviously can do what it wants and go back down into the 520s at the bottom of that pool and rest down there. But it's worth it. It's on the tape, so it's worth a go. What time frame you guys use for future? We've done that one. Future data. Oh, sorry, future data. I missed that last one. What indicator is that telling you when to buy and sell? It's just one I've coded up myself. It just I like to buy into. How do you explain it? If I'm looking to buy, I'm looking for a bear candle that hits support. Now you don't see the support kind of thing, but it's if I was to pull up a tick chart. What I draw on every one of these, these buy side pulls, that's pretty much what it's pointing out to me. Except you can't see the ticks in the candles, but I'm just looking for a down candle that hits a buy side pull, which I'm just calling support. And then I'd rather take that than chase the green candle that's going up. If I put it back on, I don't know if I've got a buy down here on what I'm doing yet or not. No, so I don't have a buy signal on any of these coming out, but I'm working from the tape on this one. But if I was looking to join afterwards, if I've missed this and it continues to go up, then I'm looking for those similar to this. If I've missed this down move, I can look to this and see that I could get in here or I could get in here. But yeah, coding's a lot more easier with AI, right?
Looking for maybe a little rejection here.
What you got, Steve?
Just seeing. Can you see my? Am I sharing just my trading view, or can you see the heat map here?
I'm just on your trading view right now.
Okay. Oh, I think if I click this, does that work?
Yep, that's your book
great.
map.
Yeah. It's courtesy of the YouTube stream, but it's very, very useful. So I'm watching this little range here. It's not too big right now, but mostly I'm looking to see which side actively defends, whether this side pushes up, like that's a little bit of a push up there, but we need to see more, or if this side pushes down. Basically, we're at this kind of key pivot here, and I want to see which side is more active. Right now, it looks like they're kind of weakening this, but it's really hard to tell right now, so I'm just keeping an eye on this. In general, I'm biased to the upside and think that we keep buying dips until we at least make a new high. I think that's where we're going to need to actually have to reject, but it's a little sketchy there, to be honest. Just
so whenever I've
the big level.
Looked at book maps, Steve, I've always found that I either don't get down to those levels where they are because it's front run, or when I do get up there, or if I get up there, the offer disappears and we go straight through, right? But it's just a level 2, right? We're quite aware that can happen on the level 2. But yeah, I that's why I much prefer, like, what I do is not visualize the tape, but listen to it audibly, because then I know they're orders that are actually placed, as opposed to one being there and pulled, right? How do you get around that when you're using bookmap?
So there's a few things. First off, I'm pretty sure this window's muted, and probably for the best, but there is an audible, basically.
Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah, I like that. Geiger counter,
so I can the Geiger, exactly.
Yeah.
How radioactive we're getting here. So really quick. So let's see what we're seeing here. I'll look on the book map here. So they took it down and bounced it a little bit. They added the liquidity back. Now it's just sinking down. You can see they're active here. They're pushing that down kind of actively. That's a warning sign to me. And in fact, I think I'm probably gonna pick up a hedge. Close to picking up a hedge here. But for the resting liquidity, one thing that I look for are levels that obviously are on the tape for longer. So for example, this 315 level has been quite consistent. Looks like they took it off briefly for the CPI announcement and put it right back on. So this should be our magnet. This is like my northern star, my guiding light, so to speak, until I see reason, like maybe they pull this on some weakness or something like that. That would maybe make me second guess. Okay, so see, they added this liquidity back. So that's what I was waiting for. It caught for now. It doesn't mean it will catch overall, but I'm not ready to short it yet.
Okay, I gotcha.
It's pretty finicky though, and you're totally right that it's basically a glorified level 2 and can change in an instant. But the fact that it's like a heat map, and you're seeing time as well as
oh no, absolutely, I love it in terms of, like, if you want to trade level 2, that's the way to do it for sure. Yeah, you want that indication. It's a great addition, without a doubt.
I won't lie though, I have no idea what any of this is down here, or most of the other extensions that this guy has on his stream. I'm pretty bare bones, I mean, I'm a volume and price.
Oh, I get the stream you're watching now. I've just heard him. Yeah. It's that's the kind of what you'd see on a, what's the name of the chart? It's kind of the delta, right? It's the delta between the buys and sells down the bottom.
Correct. Yeah.
Down the bottom there. It's you can see. I can't think of the name of the chart, but yeah, it holds that data as well. It doesn't print the candles as such. Prints that data on the candle essentially.
Right. I figure it's probably good for tracking things like dark pool prints and other things that maybe aren't as easily visible. But
yeah, you see like literally zero versus 200 contracts or whatever, and then you know what's happening there.
Okay, a little more active pressure down.
Tim, I'd love you to say that when you're on stream, man. You're one of these that just puts it in the chat. What you want to do when you come on stream is say exactly that. Holy CVNA, right shoulder, Batman. Is that something to do with you? Are you Batman and Robin used to? Steve and Tim? Is that what he means?
The dynamic duo, yeah, something like that. I don't. We'll
I
have
don't know
to.
whether that's a little bit tongue in cheek with Tim there, or whether he
We'll,
actually means, holy. As
we'll have
Batman
to debate after stream who's Batman and who's Robin.
That's too much information right there.
Can I be Catwoman? All right,
dear.
let's see. Let's see. What do we got? We're streamers. We're traders. Let's trade.
Yeah, let's get back to it.
Oh man, I don't know what I'm talking about. This is what happens when I take a winning trade in the morning. I just goof off too much.
All right, ADBL for me is it didn't get up to target up here, first target here. It's coming back down into its buy side again. So we're just looking to see if these can hold, right? So this one's coming deep into it. We've still got the one that I entered off from down here, so I'm still kind of okay at the moment. But we'll see if we start to push down deep. I don't really want to get down to the 620, the 520s, really, like I said, because I feel like this is done today. But let's see if we can't get it on the tape again. That's pretty strong at the moment, that one. Right, quick look through again. Any tickers in the chat for you choose and we trade this morning? Have I been missing out? I don't think anyone's got one in. Anyone got one in? Any interest in you choose we trade today? Get the tickers in. Meanwhile, I want to see what GME is doing. Okay, so deep into those buy sides now. These were actually the first initial benchmarks that we had off before it actually went for the crazy run. So we can have a look back and see how many times they were triggered.
Nice push on SPY.
Bubba or Tesla says futures day trader billionaire. Bubba, I think you showed that one out earlier in the chat, didn't you? So look what we got from Bubba. All right, ADBL gunning for that now. Didn't like that at all. We'll have to get that off. 533. Just checking that. Right, BABA. Let's zoom out on this one, see what we've got.
It's a wild one. I was playing the earnings run up. Luckily got out, but 77.77 is a big level for me. The fact that it caught there is pretty bullish. Also zooming out, I think this is on the verge of a Wyckoff stage 2 breakout. And basically, I think that it could get very explosive. What just happened?
Show your other screen, Steve, on that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Give me 1 sec. I just had an order fill, and I'm trying to figure out what.
Sure, no worries.
Okay, I think I sold a call on that pop. Yes, okay, that's what happened. It's like, oh, stop loss, take profit. Did I win? I won. Okay. What were we talking about, sir? Apologies.
Oh, it was Baba, I think.
Baba, yes. Baba, the 77 level. Let me pull that up.
We've got your
Very
bookmark right now, haven't we?
Oh, I sure do. Still getting back in the streaming swing of things here. Okay, so we have nice coiling on, let's go to the 15. Yeah, nice coiling under this hourly trigger here. That's where we broke out from. See, it was coiling above and just moonshot. It rejected something. The gap. So it gapped down and it ameliorated the gap on this and gap down again, but that leaves more room to the upside. And zooming out just a little bit more to a weekly, excuse the chart crimes, but this is a big old base and I think it's going to 90 minimum. I mean, honestly, I think it's going to 100 pretty quick, but China very bullish for me. In terms of intraday though.
So maybe we split this then. If you do want to get involved, we've got Bubba in the chat and we've got Awin in the chat. Obviously, I can take the small cap if you want, or we can do Bubba, but I think we're definitely going to get right to it on YouTube. All right. So you interested in Bubba Steve, or you want to leave it alone?
I'm in. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the 5 minutes been supportive all day. It's coiling under this hourly. I think that it's going to. Let me draw it out here. Get my Madden on. If either it's popping here, and it could do that, get this channel going, or it could coil a bit more. So let's take a look here. Another level to watch is opening level, which it looks like we're cooking right now. Personally, I would think I would be. I wish I saw this a few minutes ago. It would have been long off the 1 minute trigger here. Let's see if it gives us another entry, but I can't in good faith chase. It does look strong. It's got this nice base.
Okay, so you're looking for a little bit of a pullback before you can get into that, right?
I would like a pullback to 80.32. If I don't get it, I'll play a small size just for the show. But but we are cooking this hourly trigger. So if it backtests the hourly, I'll play that too. SPY still pushing nicely.
Okay, let's see what we've got then. So the other one. So Scott's just saying that AMC looking to break out. We'll check that out. AWIN long for Great Scott. I've got you on that one. So AWIN. It's not, again, as deep as I would like it. I'd love it to be down to 5 to do this. However, I have just taken some on the candle just before this. But it was, so this is the candle that I would have liked to have done it on. This one here. But just a little bit late to that one. But let's see if I do have the level off of this pause here.
That's looking kind of squeezy, Scott. I like that. That curve up there at the end. Ooh, juicy. SPY's just absolutely ripping.
All right, so I've got a stack on this. I don't mind that. All right, so first level of contention here. So target would be up there, which I was waiting for anyway. But this is the first level of contention right now. So I would love to hear this on the tape right now and rip through 750s. Let's see if we can't get this on the tape. Quick look at AMC while I listen out for that.
AMC looking very interesting. It's trading into my support here. Over 516, it should be poised to push. I think it probably needs to clear 536 to really get moving. I would expect a pop and then a back test. Pop, back test, and get constructive.
So I've got that being the deepest level of that buyer side, which kind of would come from 3. Normally it would be resting, but it's obviously a meme stock. So normally I'd say that's a resting liquidity pool. So I wouldn't necessarily be looking to sort it, but definitely is catching a bid down there. So yeah, let's see if we get enough volume on the tape on that too. But it's definitely rejecting off what's the price? 475-ish. Let's see what we get.
SPY did have some overhead volume just added, so bear in mind we could see some downward pressure here. I think that it's prepping for a move up. I'll show my screen real quick. So they added these above, right? These strikes here, and then the 315. That's the big one on the higher level tape. They added these on as it was coming up, and it did bop it down. But if it doesn't reject hard, then these should act as ladder rungs to go reach for. Just needs to stabilize.
Gotcha. So they're your magnets to the upside, basically.
Mm-hmm. Unless they start actively getting added to and defended, and then buyers may get antsy and say, "Oh, this might be the top for the day. Maybe I should, start looking downside."
Gotcha. All right, so AWN was on the tape there, but it went super quiet immediately. So I'm just wondering whether that is, sometimes I'm not looking at it, but it does that into a sell side pull. So I'm wondering if it's just got up there at this moment. All right, there's your buy side and AMC. If you could tack down into that for a 593, if we can get it. Now, where was we on AWIN? I didn't draw it in, but yes, it has. Yeah, so that was the pump into it and the reject off. So now again, We need that push. We need it to come on the tape. Get that speed. Come on, let's go.
Spy strong. Still got giddy up. TSM cooking a little bit. Keep an eye on those.
By stop and Q.
All right, so holding that sell side for the moment.
Okay. I'm gonna zoom out on Baba a little, see what we're seeing. It does look explosive. I want to get a piece off of that 8037.
Got your bookmarks, Steve.
Oh.
Or are you?
No.
Oh.
Let's see. Where am I? There it is. So unintuitive for me. I'll get there. So yeah, this hourly trigger here, 8037. I would really like to see a little backtest. It's so strong. I don't even know if it will. It's just riding like 1 minute moving averages and stuff up. EMA clouds. So we'll see. We'll see. Right now it looks like it wants to keep cooking. And I would expect it to just ride this Bollinger Band standard deviation between this yellow band, if you can see that, and the base of it. So it might go. All these bands go like that. So yeah, I wish I had gotten a little bit more of a pullback there. Maybe we get it here.
I'm still waiting for AWIN on the tape. It's the biggest gainer on my scanner here today at 164%. 25 million traded on a float of 620,000. There's rotation for you.
Let's go. Churn it. Wow. Something else. GME, nice minus 32%. Love to see it. TSM getting a little bid there. Wow. Dell just smashed a breakout today. Up 8% out of a tight volatility contraction pattern. Wish I had a piece. What a beautiful chart.
So what would you be looking for there, Steve?
For Dell? Oh, Dell is a buy and hold forever at this point. I think it's a major breakout. You know, smashing all-time highs. I'm not a big fundamentals guy, but apparently the fundamentals are superb. They're knocking it out of the park. Just, man, this, I was really hoping we would get one more little cup, the 1, 2, 3 volatility contraction pattern and then rip, but too strong. Impressive.
Gotcha. All right. Still trying to catch a bid here if I can. Again, tape gone quiet here. What time we got? All right, it's nothing for a good 5 minutes on AWIN here. But still, actually, got the wrong colors here. So, sell side. All right, so that's what we got. We're just trapped here at the moment. The question is, have we got it in to get up there to the 8 and push through that pull? Because we currently are backside of that benchmark 2. Just off the double formula there at 1065.
Got nice decreasing volume on it. I think it's still bullish. It's just drying up. You know, running out of sellers at this price.
Yeah. Oh, ADBL. What's happening on ADBL? Okay, so new low further into that buy side. So I won't really get past this one. So a shout out for EDBL, just the once on the tape, known, and 2 for AWIM. So it's just an acknowledgement. Acknowledgement. That's all that is right now.
TSM still kind of cooking. I'm holding. We'll see. Seen the very first hint of a bloody nose on SPY, but it is starting to already wake up. So we'll see. Just starting to keep an eye out that it's a level where it could pull back.
All right. How was ARQT doing, Trader Live? Are you in that? You still have a quick look.
Arcutus. It's flat. Looks coiling.
Yeah.
Nice breakout today on the daily chart. I like it. I like it if it can get over 973 a day. Ooh, TSM. Waking up for me. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Acting right. Wow, somebody bought 3,000 of these 160 calls.
What's the average that you'd expect on that?
They bought them between 0.27 and 0.3, currently trading for 0.35 after that candle. I think they're going to go for a 0.5 fill, which would be going for high day. So I'll take one of mine off. Oof.
So RQT pushing now for that sell side liquidity pool up there. Let's see if we can get up there. That's where we wanted it originally, up there at 10s. Let's see if we get it. Looking for another 20 minutes for Trader Life there with his 11.03. Didn't like 10.03. Or did you cover some of that, or did you you're holding? You're going to add up there at 10s. SWPR long. Great Scott considering that. SWPR long. Let's have a look. What have we got? SPWR.
SPWR, yeah. Sun power.
Oh, we got to work from.
Poor sun power. That's a oops.
What
reversal.
happens? It's another meme stock though. It's another meme. Let's have a look.
This one, am I mixing up with Sunrun? I forget which one's actually kind of decent. I don't even know what Sunrun is. Is that even not a company? I don't think that's a real company. Okay.
You're making a
All
right.
right.
Come on.
All right, Steve, get it together. ARRY is very interesting. But
What you got?
ARRY, just on the daily chart, it's very, very compressed, but honestly, I don't like it. It's compelling, but in a sort of way that you just want to monitor and not get your finger bit off. That's where I'm at on that.
Futures Day Trade Billionaire wants to know if you are in Bubba. I'm not in Bubba. I'm in AW. I took the small cap AWIN. Did Bubba pull back?
Did it? I didn't hear a fill. I'm not in Bubba. I don't believe. Did it come back for me? It did not come back for me. No, but it looks good. If I symbolically took the trade, I think. Where was it when we were talking about it? I think it was 80.32. I didn't actually get a fill, but
All right. The AWIN currently, what am I in? 703, 695. Yeah, it's just a few cents in it at the moment. Nothing. Still trying to push, but I'm not getting that hardcore volume on the tape, and probably because of the time of day right now. But SPWR, Great Scott, I've got. I do have a buy side pull here. We do have the moving averages if we're going to get a color change. Let me get off the 1 hour. Yeah, for me, I need that volume on there. Obviously, I look elsewhere for my volume other than on the chart here. I mean,
I was gonna ask, but I figured you got a system.
yeah.
I'm just so blind without volume. Seeing the hints of the tiniest start of a roll here, and it is decent volume on SPY, so take that for what you will. If you were in longs and they're at risk of thetaing, yeah, if they're out of the money or short dated, probably where I'd grab a hedge. Yeah, looks like it.
I don't know whether it's going to be today, Great Scott, on this one. This was on the tape yesterday, like non-stop. And normally, if it's going to come out, I would hear some form of speed, right? Some form of action come in, and I haven't heard it yet.
Kind of want that velocity if you're buying down here, right? You want some oomph out of the base. You don't want to get caught on a dead cat, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what we're talking about, where I'd expect to join this for a kind of sell would be 350. You're looking at 320. It's going to crawl up there. I'm not, it might not be a comfortable one to be in this time of day, to be honest. Like EDBL.
Sorry. No. Just wanted to let you know, whoever was talking about Tesla, I would not touch it yet. It looks to me like it's risking a breakdown. What you can watch is 172.71. 172.71 is the daily trigger. If it shows life there, that could be a really, really nice dip buy.
When you say daily trigger, Steve, what do you mean?
So that'd be the 27 moving average on the daily time frame.
Oh, right. Okay.
So it's I keep it real simple. If I'm over that, I'm bullish. If I'm under that, I'm bearish. If we're trading into it, that's a good place that I would look to long, because there's a high probability of a bounce. And especially if you're an options trader, you can get some really nice premium reversals there by buying dips on them. That being said, kind of degenerate. Pick your strike carefully and don't over leverage if you're doing that strategy. But and also why I look for a solid base to form, even if I'm looking to kind of semi-knife catch like I would be on Tesla here. Personally, I don't think Tesla is long to me right now. I think this action pre-market is death. That's the last thing in the world I want to see on Tesla. Big, what is that, 2%, 3% pop? 2% pop, and then just I'm sorry, language. Knife.
You go for it, mate.
I always forget. Me and my friends are salty dogs, but I try to keep it palatable. But this is an F-bomb chart right here. If this happened to me, I'd be saying a lot of those. Just straight through the half-hour trigger, hourly trigger, it needs to hold the daily. I would not touch it till then. That's kind of where I'm at. You can also see, look, right back into the base. And I'm a fib trader. Let's pop one of them's on. And yeah, we're trading right under the 50. That's not what I want to see. Either I want to see us bounce off the 50 hard, or I want to see us go down into this golden pocket between the 68 or 62 and the 78. And I want to see it catch somewhere in there, so that there's some confluence with the daily right under this one, as well as the 15-minute 200 moving average, which is kind of nice trend follow. So yeah, I kind of would be looking to stack confluences there if I was looking for a long. But market's going up, and this isn't. That's not something you want a long. Just in general, I want my money to work. If it's not working, I want it somewhere where it will.
Gotcha. Okay, AWIN. So I'm still working on this. I've not closed this. Where am I in from? So this was. I entered on the start of the segment here. So that was at about 703. And we've tapped into more or less where it was before. So it's done this one. So this has been negated. This one's finished as of that candle. And now we've got that area where we've got the confluence now with the moving averages coming in here and a pop back into that bigger buy side pool of the first level. And I really want the first level to be the one that holds it, because that's the one that says, I just need that liquidity that's at 624 in this instance. I don't need to come down to 6 or 550. We don't know that at this point, but I'm just saying there's confluence here with a color change. If we could have closed above 690, which it doesn't look like we're going, we'll get a second attempt here. If we'd have closed above 690, yeah, we would have been a bit better off, but we do not have it on the tape out of this level, and I'm not seeing what I really want to see on the long side here either right now. But that could be time of day. This, if I just held this for the afternoon, this could make a comeback and squeeze up to the 859s.
I was just noting, whenever a 1 minute candle flips and like in the first 10-15 seconds it spikes up like that and instantly it gets rejected, to me that's usually a good head, tip of the hand. Like, I think this is probably going down here.
Exactly the kind of thing that when I was asking me about that buy sell indicator that I was saying there, right? It's just literally ticked up, hit resistance there, smacked off within that candle.
Right. Didn't need time there. It knew what it was doing. Yeah. There it goes. SPY, just that looks not a hard reject, but so we came down off of, let me pull up my chart. Baba's doing very nicely, by the way. So SPY 1 minute here, toppy candle, let's pop in resistance there, pops right back into the resistance and instantly rejects. Similar kind of thing there. It's not a hard reject. I think what it could be doing is flagging here into a pennant type thing. Maybe comes back and back tests this. Could just something like that.
LIDR.
And let's see, for whoever's in BABA, if you're day trading, take a look at 81. That's going to be your kind of line in sand here. We did break high of day and it looks strong so far, so I think that it's going to push for that. That is kind of a volume node. It's where I would expect it to reject between there and 81.24 if it's going to reject. If not, then I think it looks good for a push to 82. Stretch target 82.30 or so. And I would be, at this point, I would be putting a stop at break even for sure. At the very least, I'd be putting it under here, under 80.40. Well, I guess the hourly trigger probably.
All right, let's put that on top. See where we're going with LIDR. All right, so Great Scott just commented on LIDR. This is where we come from back on the 9th, and we tapped into that benchmark 2 and we come straight off it, and then we broke above it. And it wasn't this one, it was this one here. So this was that formula, which was basically the break above what I call the manipulation zone, and then you take all of the price movement from there up to and then without needing to cut it again, if you break that benchmark 2 and close above, you generally repeat the process. Let's bring that across. So that's where we're into on LIDR, and that's all I would have to go on, right? It's just that you've double programmed on it, and therefore I would look for the same thing, which is what you are getting. If you're already in it, then I would like that for a 424, 430 short, which is already in play. And then my target would be for today's run up. I wouldn't expect to get the full lot down to 2, but I'd certainly be looking in Q on the tape there running up for like 320 here. So that's what I'd have on LIDR there. So the short from 420-ish, 430-ish down to 320 for $1. If we can get down there, be careful of these moving averages, by the way. And actually, let's have a look where the VWAP is, because I don't throw that on. So you'd need to crack the VWAP to get down to 319. So be careful on LIDR there with that.
SPY strong. Wow.
All right, we are coming into the close here for us. It's 11 o'clock already. Where did that time go? It goes so quick on these streams.
Right.
All right, so let's get back to AWIN then, and tell you what we're going to do. Let's recap what we've done today. Okay, I'll go first because I think your one's going to be a better one, Steve, today on the positive side. Anyway, where did I start off with here? I think it was AWIN, wasn't it? Let me see. Field orders, AWIN. Where's my previous one? Looks minute considering the fact that it runs 12. It runs 12. Let's bring the chart back up as to why on earth I got out of it.
What a wild one.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. So let's bring AWIN across. It looks tiny. It's like 383 to 430. 50 cents here. This was the reason. The sell side liquidity pool sitting there, which normally would be my short sell, right? Because we're in a benchmark. If it comes back and holds, therefore I would be looking for the short, but it didn't. It ripped through and done the whole process again up there to 950. What a shame that was. But nevertheless, it was a win. ADBL, on the other hand, I don't believe is, because I'm still in ADBL. Where am I in from? ADBL, I'm in from 590 and we are at 556. I'm 40 cents down on ADBN. I'm waiting for this buy side liquidity pool to hold. I will hold it. I'll see if it gets anything on the tape. If not, and we are below, I'm not looking to stay in this much longer. If we do go below kind of 530, 525, I would be out now, considering I thought it was a bit backside anyway. And what else am I currently in? That's it. AWIN, I'm back in again, aren't I? On the long side. Am I in on the long side? Yeah, I'm in AWIN on the long side as well. So in at 703, currently long 703, 685. So again, VWAP here. Moving averages double bounce. So let's see if I can't get that push. If we break 750, then it will be a nice trade. As it is, it's just still working out for me. Steve, what you got?
All right. So let's see. Today, I was mostly playing TSM. I was swinging a call, took that profit, and then we took a play right here. Yeah, at 153, we took the break of the 5-minute trigger here after a triple bottom over previous day's high of day in the pre-market. So that's what I was looking for. It caught the 5-minute trigger. I caught in on this here, took one off there, and got back in here. And not right here, but right around there. So premium's kind of eating me here. I'm down 15%. So we'll see how it goes. Other trades were SPY Scalp. What did we do? Yeah, we faded this on this break here of the 5-minute or the 1-minute trigger, and we took it at the 5-minute trigger. Nice quick scalp there. And then this is when we went long on the TSM as well. Took the short off. And that's it today.
All right, nice one. Well, so that is us for today. Well, Mitch is on his long drive south, I believe. I don't know. We'll check in with him on Monday. But Steve, thanks for coming in and covering. Much appreciated. Rather than leave me here flying solo, do appreciate it. So everyone, give us a subscribe, give us a like on the YouTube. Much appreciated all the time. Thank you very much for watching today. We will be back on Monday. Money Mitch will be here as well. So we will see you then. Take it easy, guys. Keep them profits up.